everybody. It is, oh my gosh, Wednesday already, the last Wednesday of the month. And you know what? I missed the full moon the other night. Evidently, we had a pink moon, and a pink moon, we only have two in a year, and I missed it. I don't know if it was cloudy because I'm back up against the mountain, and usually it shines on the mountain. Anyway, hope everybody's having a great day. Let's look at the stats real quick. We have Lee Barrett in the house today, and he's going to be teaching law at 9. So I'm going to do a short and sweet show today, give you a few facts, a few opinions, and then tomorrow we'll resume with YouTube, learning a little bit more about YouTube and your videos, so on and so forth. So here we go. We've got 18 days of inventory. Yesterday we only listed 97 homes, and then we put 150 under contract. So you know how that makes me feel, nervous as can be. So here's the deal. We were in a pandemic. A lot of people created value. A lot of people created vices too. So hopefully they get rid of the vices and they move on. Hi, Kathy. Good to see you this morning. Good to see you always. So if we look up over here, I've got 385 as the median price. And so I guess the question is this market sustainable? That's what we have to ask ourselves, and I have something to say to that in just a second. One of the things that I'm putting on the bottom today is about the 3 reasons why we're not in a housing bubble. We are not in a housing bubble. So just so you know, hi, Claudia, good to see you. Good to see everybody this morning. Yay! So we're not in a housing bubble. We're not going to have a housing bubble. And but here's, I'm going to show you, I'm going to hide this real quick, and I'm going to show you what the problem is, if we have a problem. Whoops, there it goes. All right. If you looked in January, now what I did is I took the area 001 through 0805, and I took single family homes only. So if you see other people reporting different median prices, it's because they include condos and townhomes. I don't. I'm just looking at a single family home here. Now, the median price is now up to 375. That is dangerous for our community because the average homeowner and a couple in Vegas, married couple, it makes $150,000 a year together. So that means they can afford this home based on their debt and so on. But we're getting into that area where those people are not going to be able to afford the homes. So let's think about this. Is our median price rising because we're selling so many expensive homes? I hope that's the case. I'm praying that's the case. The average over here has jumped up to 483, which is from January at 428 to 483 is just unbelievable to me. But in January, the median price was 346. Then it went to 355. Then in March, it went to 365. And now what we're seeing so far in April, it's 375. So this is concerning to me. However, let me hide this and put this back up here. You see over here, as the median price goes up, people have more equity than when they sell their home. So if you've got sellers on the fence, now might be the best time to sell their home to get the most equity. Now, why do I say that? I say that because my question today, is this market sustainable? Well, we are cash in this market. We have low interest rates in this market. However, what I think and a few other experts that I follow say that it is sustainable, but we are going to get more people. Oh, so you can earn more. What the heck? I don't know. I don't know what Facebook is doing to me. They said it stopped my broadcast. I don't know. But anyway, I'm not saying anything or doing anything. So we'll see. What I'm saying is that with these types of equities increasing, I think we're going to see more. I think we're going to, hedge funds back in the party. Exactly. Kathy, that's true. We have hedge funds back in the party. True. Um, so, so how to explain this? So, is this a sustainable market? Yes, it is, because as long as people continue to put double down payments and come up with cash, and we have the low interest rates, from that perspective, yes. But what I think the experts are telling me that I follow is that how to express this. I guess if I can't explain it, I don't understand it myself. But what they're saying is, as people have more equity, the sellers are going to sell. That's basically what they're saying. So the sellers are going to sell because they have more equity, and um, the buyers on the East Coast, anyway, from what I'm hearing, they're pushing back on all these multiple offers and bidding wars. So, I don't know, and I don't know what that means. And I don't see it here yet. I see that we're still having kind of bidding wars, and whoever can pay the most gets the house. So I don't know. And I don't think that we're as bad as other markets. I mean, I heard in California somebody paid $250,000 above list price. I mean, that's just unbelievable. I don't care what the price of the home is. That's unbelievable. But a lot of people have money, so that's what they do. Um, so what is going to be the factor? Here's the factor. If inflation hits us, which the way we're spending money, it might. However, I tell everybody, yeah, we're spending, but we have more in savings than we've almost have double in savings than what we normally do. So this country has a lot of money right now. People have a lot of money. People made money during pandemic, as well as people lost money, but people made money too. And then the government doled out money, and a lot of people saved that money. So we've got, like, instead of, I think, 1.8 trillion in savings, we have 3 trillion. So that's a lot. That's a lot of money in savings. So just so you know, the speed bump. Okay, what's going to stop people from buying homes? In some states, it's going to be the property taxes. The property taxes are going to go up in many states, and that's going to stop the frenzy in those states. Now, what's going to happen here? Are people going to come here because we're in the top 10 for low property taxes? So there's a lot of movement going on. A lot of people moving here from Chicago that never, we didn't have the recordable numbers that we have now from Chicago. They weren't that remarkable, but now they look like a lot of people here coming from Illinois. Still the Northern Californias, as Southern California as well. So what's going to happen here? I don't know. But this is the busy season. And I think we all, I think we can all get worn out in this market too. And a lot of agents across the country, when I was listening to this podcast, were asking the speaker, who happened to be Brian Buffini, that, that their buyers are getting worn out. The buyers are getting worn out from having to make so many offers on so many different properties. And then the issue is it ethical to put out offers on several properties at the same time? Is that ethical? Some people say yes, some people say no. Ask your broker. It's I know that the buyer is who we work for, but your broker is who gets in trouble if what you're doing isn't right. Right now, there's really nothing in the law or the ethics that say we can't do it, but some people still think it's unethical. So it's up to you. It's up to you. I don't know. I probably wouldn't do it personally, but you just have to keep on staying positive and keep your buyers in the game. And if they get worn out, that might change the market as well. So lots of dynamics going on here, everybody, and I don't think anybody has the answers. But what you have to know is we have a huge hedge against inflation right now with real estate. If you have people that are on the fence and are getting worn out, say, look, this is the historical times we're in. We have a fixed payment, and a fixed asset for the rest of your life. And that's the hedge against inflation. With these low interest rates, you get a fixed payment. With these low, and you get an asset that appreciates. And especially when we have this kind of a market that has developed in the past 10 years with people are not underwater anymore. People have good loans. People are building equity. Look at the equity. Look at this. Look at the equity people have. So we have a very strong hedge against inflation. People have a fixed asset, their home, and they have a fixed payment, which is not going to change regardless. Other prices will change. The price of milk will go up, but your mortgage payment will not go up. And of course, like I said earlier, the variable in everything is going to be property taxes. That's what I think. So we'll see if I'm right or wrong. Hopefully, what is that doing, spitting like that? I don't know. Hopefully this is broadcasting. I don't know why Facebook said I was violating their terms of service. I'll appeal it perhaps because I don't know, maybe it's the picture in the background. I don't know. They're getting very, very picky because of what's coming down on them sometimes. So just remember, when you're trying to convince a buyer to hang in there, say, look, we're in historical times. You have a hedge against inflation. If you buy now, you're going to have an asset that's fixed. Your house isn't going to move, right? It's not going to change. It's not going to change, only improve and appreciate. And you have a fixed payment. So the biggest hedge against inflation is perhaps why they should hang in there. What about incentives for sellers to sell? Where can they move if no inventory? Well, and good question, Kathy. And a lot of the agents across the country are, when they make an offer, they're asking to lease the property back, for 30, 60 days while they find another property. And one of the suggestions, Kathy, that we give is if you have a seller and they're on the fence, put some letters out to communities that they are interested in and see if somebody is thinking about selling because you have a seller that's going to sell and needs to buy. Explain the situation and see if you can't. And this is working across the country. So there's a lot of homes that aren't hitting the market because people are agreeing, okay, well, maybe I will sell my home. If you have a qualified buyer, they can see the home, and if they like it, I'll sell it. So and there's a lot of different ways to do it. My way to do it, it's the old FSBOs, Kathy, remember? So you have to make sure you get paid, and you have to make sure that they're going to hold to their price. So you have to have them sign something. And unfortunately, the darn listing agreement is 11 pages. So the agreement for the buyer is 11 pages. I forget how many pages the listing agreement is, but they maybe ask your broker for some modified version or something. But anyway, there's ways around that. That's the issue is, does the seller want to buy something that's not on the market right now? So and your broker can tell you how to handle that, but that's how a lot of people are finding homes for their sellers that are on the fence. And then a lot of sellers are buying Kathy, they're buying new homes because they have so much equity, they can afford a new home. So maybe that new home is a couple months out or 3 months out because they're flying off the shelf too. And so maybe you can get a lease back. So the buyer can buy and the seller can lease back for a short period of time. So anyway, that's we can, maybe if somebody thinks about this, we can come back and visit it again. And Kathy, the incentives again are the equity and their ability to buy at the historically low interest rates. So it's a time for them to take their cash and move up, because sellers generally sell because they want to downsize, right? They want to increase their size. They want a newer home. They want to go to a retirement community, or they want to buy an investment property and rent. I mean, it depends really upon why they want to sell, so. But that's a good question. I mean, obviously it's a problem because we only have 18 days of inventory. So you're right on, Kathy. Thank you. I'm going to run on to my class, the law class. And tomorrow, everybody, we have the cybersecurity class, and it's 10 to 1. If you go to bee.vegas and sign up, it's really, it's really going to become more and more of an issue. It already is becoming more of an issue. And you need to learn you're going to learn four things tomorrow about how you protect yourself and your customers and your internet life. I mean, where do we live? We live on the internet. So we have to make sure that we're protected. And so our class does that. And that's tomorrow's class. I'm going to put this, let's see, this in, Kathy, I'm going to put this to your point too. I'll put this in the group. This is the best hedge against inflation. You got the fixed asset, the fixed payment, and as median price rises, so does the equity. And as inventory increases, the increasing prices will slow down. And that's what they're saying across the United States. And then they have this amazing tax break. So maybe your sellers want to take this amazing house break. And here's another incentive, Kathy. Capital gains are excluded at these rates, but as soon as it gets over the 250 that they net out, or married people 500,000, they have to pay capital gains tax of 15 to 20%. Next year, depending on what the current administration does, it might be higher. So that might be a reason to sell too, if they want to take advantage of this one time. It's one time up to a maximum gain for taxpayers who have owned and used it as a home for 2 years. So they have to be in that home 2 years or used it for 2 years. If they're single, they get a $250,000 exclusion on the profits, so they don't have to pay taxes on those profits. If they're married, it's a $500,000 exclusion. And after that, they're only taxed on capital gains, which are 15 to 20%. So that may be something that some of your sellers might be interested in as well. And I think that they'll be impressed that you know that. Okay, everybody. Again, hope to see you tomorrow in class. Hope everybody's well. I got to run. I don't want to be late for the class. I'm so jazzed that Lee Barrett's here. And you all have a great day tomorrow. I think Jimmy's coming tomorrow. I think so. Anyway, we're going to talk about YouTube.